Just change. Find my way. Going through the motions. Hi, love me so much. Love me so much. Good morning, sweet angel girl. I hope you're doing good, my good friend. Hi, Zabri. Hi, Zabri, sweet angel girl. I hope you're doing well. Jessie H. Pinky girl. Danielle, good morning. Lisa, good morning. Oh my god, hi, bestie. Hi, Charlize Dreams. With a little watermelon. How are you? Thank you for liking the video, Jessie H. I see you, girl. I see your thumb working in action. I appreciate you. I love you. Hi, Viv. Hi, Vivi. Good morning, Patty. How are you doing, sweet angel girl? I hope you have a good day today, Miss Patty. I hope you don't let anything get you down. And understand and just know that today's Thursday. So whatever it is, you know, as far as like work stuff, it's almost over, girl. It's almost over. That's how I feel. Like, just grin and bear for another 2 days. Today and tomorrow, and you'll be good. That shirt is so cute. Thank you. Barbie shirt. Because we're Barbie girls. Happy Thursday, princess. Kathy. Hi, sweet angel girl. Thank you so much for being involved in yesterday's Bible study. Since you are a fresh pair of eyes, you know, I would like your input. Like, what do you think? How can we improve? You know, do you have any, like words, you know, that could, you know, improve? Or what do you think? Just basically, like, I'm doing like a survey on you, like a live survey. What do you think, Miss Kathy? Morning. Good morning, Elena. Sweet angel girl, I love you. I used to teach Bible study back in the day. Kathy, I think you have to give us your tricks and tips. You have to give me your tricks and tips, Miss Kathy. How can I, you know, how can I improve? Mel, good morning, sweet angel girl. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Focusing on the kingdom, like the song says. Then I get it right back. Let's hear the song for a second. That's God. Picasso. Oops, Picasso. How are you today, Bestie? Bestie, I'm okay today. I had text you back, baby girl. I don't know if you've seen it yet, but I'm doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling radiant. I'm feeling confident. My mental health feels good. I kind of feel tired a little bit in a sense where I do a lot of things, I feel like I'm always rushing to work, rushing to get home, rushing to do this, rushing to do that, rushing to do, but I feel like I'm not the only one. So just like just kidding. Good, baby girl. Sandra, I love you, baby girl. My gorgeous, beautiful, radiant angel doll, Miss Sandra. Oh, I love you. I love you. You don't change, baby girl. You change for the better, girl, but I love you so much. Shoot. What's the Sandra? Like, you're messing with me. What you mean? Sandra said I'm my way. Okay, so what's the next step? Oh, yeah, this. Good morning. Hi, Lisa. You're doing a great job allowing everyone to participate and speak their own truth. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for taking the time to write me back. Yeah, Danielle. I'm sorry, Bestie girl, if I don't write back right away, and the other besties will tell you. I'm flooded with messages. Like, on my text messages, I have 190 something text messages alone from, like, you know, like my birdie texting me a million memes. You know, other besties, just things, you know what I mean? That's just text alone, baby girl. So, but I have you guys pinned on my bestie booths on the very top. At the very top, so I don't miss them. Yeah, but girl, I love you. Just because I don't write back right away don't mean that I don't love you, girl. Shoot. Good morning. What is the blue stick? Mind your own business, girl. The blue stick is an SPF Shiseido stick. Let me show it to you. Hold on one second. Did I already do this step? Why am I doing it again? I guess I wanted more today. I don't know. Right here. Shiseido SPF 50. This is shoppable on the Amazon girly shop linked in the link tree. Deandra, I'm using a whole bunch of stuff, girl. I have like a 7-layer, 8-layer routine. My besties will tell you that I use the discoloration correcting serum, ordinary caffeine solution for the under eyes, the e.l.f. triple bounce serum, followed by the e.l.f. under eye cream, followed by the ordinary niacinamide, followed by the Shiseido SPF 50, and last but not least, the Olay Complete SPF 30. So I wear a bunch of stuff on my face, Deandra. But if you're interested, Deandra Hawkins, I have everything linked on the link tree. You just have to click Linktree and then look for Amazon Girly Shop. And under skincare, you will find these items that we're describing here today. Thank you so much, though, for your kindness. Mind your own business, girl. e.l.f. is a really good product. It really is super, super good. And you know how, like, even back in the day, girl, when we were younger, we would still rely on e.l.f. for, like, our $1, $2 eyeliners. And fast forward, you know, so many years, and e.l.f. is still coming in clutch. So I love e.l.f. I have nothing wrong to ever say about e.l.f. The only wrong thing, or the only thing I am going to complain about is one of their first blushy blushes, like putty blushes, where it wasn't successful for me, girl. These right here. It's not pigmented for anything, girl. Maybe we should try it today so I can show you. Or maybe I need to retry it so I can shut my up. Just kidding. Okay, girl, so per tradition, do you use any kind of toner? I do use toner, but I use toner at night. Since Destiny, I missed you last night, but I'm feeling so much better, baby girl. It is all good, sweet angel girl. The most important thing is that you're feeling good. Physically, mentally, you're feeling confident and radiant. You know, do whatever it is that you need to do to feel okay and to, you know, take the time you need, baby girl. Just know that you are loved and missed, and I love you. But what was I saying? I saw your name. I was like, let me answer really quick before it goes away, and then I forget like a squirrel. What was I saying? Nicole, I love you, girl. I hope you're doing good. How did you sleep, Nicole? I forgot what I was saying. I love you so much. Thank you for your sweet message. You're the best. Best. Oh, girl. Thank you. And I was telling Danielle, like, I might not write back right away. And apologies, girl. You know, apologies to all the besties. You know, a lot of besties message me. And I love it, girl. I love it, you know. Excuse me. My allergies are kicking in. I love it because it gives me a window of opportunity to reach out to you as well. So when you write back to me, I'll write back to you. But just because I don't write back right away doesn't mean, you know, anything. So just give me the time. Patience is a virtue, my friend. But just know that I think about you spiritually. You know, I see your comments here. We're gonna be off blush. I see your comments here. And just having your presence, having you guys here with me, being able to participate in the live, you know, is everything. So, are you taking requests? What kind of requests? Request lines are open. Song request? Girl, what song you want to hear, baby girl? I'm feeling way better, bestie. Thank you so much. I miss you more. Aww. Yeah, baby girl. As long as you're feeling good. All I care about. I was talking about the e.l.f. Yeah, so this is it. It wasn't my favorite, girl. I was like, oh, like what happened? But you'll see. Anyway, so what's the first step of the day? Girl, drink your waters. I hope you have your snacks, have your drinks, have your waters, have your coffees, everything brewed. Let's do these brows now. Let's do these brows. Oh, here it is. No live. Hope everyone slept good. I know, me too. I hope everyone slept good. It's not pigmented, but the liquid blushes are. Yeah, it's not pigmented, right? Shoot. Like, why have a color if it's not pigmented? Just kidding. I'm just being mean about the product. I want to cough. I want to keep coughing, girl. I'm sorry if I keep coughing. I'm washing at 5 a.m. You're washing, girl. You're getting it done, baby girl. No live join. No live join? What does that mean? That's the name of the song that you want? No live join? Good morning, Bestie Boo. Linda Crochet Creations, great. Good morning, baby girl. I had a rough night, not too much of my mind. Too much of my mind and heart right now. Who's this? Psalm. I'm sorry, baby girl. You know, right now, as I'm learning slowly but surely, a lot of besties are not feeling good. Physically, mentally. Girl, I'm going to send out a prayer intention. I'm going to spotlight all you guys. Because we have to continue pushing through, and we were discussing that just yesterday during the Bible study. You know, some of the besties are really going through it, you know what I mean? And so it's your moment of perseverance. You have to keep persevering, especially during these hard times. These times in which you have doubt. And you know, have doubt on your health. Like, oh, you know, my health is down. Like, like one more thing or whatever. Like, no. Like, it is one more thing. But don't lose your faith. Don't lose your hope. Don't lose your positive attitude. Don't lose your spirit. And girls, there's some of you besties that, you know, I said it yesterday in the Bible study, that might be going through a lot, girl, but you're on fire and you're radiant, you're gorgeous, and your aura and your energy is amazing. And if you hadn't said anything, if you don't say anything, girl, you know what I mean? The way you carry yourself is just so graceful. So continue that. I know it's tough inside, and we don't know what we're going through inside for each and every one of us. But you know, still putting your armor of God, still going out into the world with that positive attitude is admirable. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. And for you to do it and understand, well, this is just what it is today, but I'm going to be okay tomorrow. I'm going to try, is the goal, is what we want. And it makes me feel so good. But at the same time, you know, it hurts me to see you guys going through stuff. I care about you, you know, mental health stuff, feeling sick, you know, or a real physical thing that you have to go to the hospital for. I know there's a lot of besties. My bestie Cali girl, if you're on, I love you. I think of you. I know you had told me that you're having a surgery or had a surgery as well, girl. I think of you every day. Like, so, yeah. Hi, Annette. Baby girl. One of my baby girls. Anaya Pilot. Luna girl, I love you, sweet angel girl. Shoot, keep pushing through, girl. Keep pushing through on your studies. Drink tea. I know, right, girl? I need to drink tea. But honestly, it doesn't bother me. My cough. I'm like getting bothered that it might bother you. But girl, don't bother me none. Shoot. Morning, baby girl. Shay. How are you, sweet angel girl? I haven't been a while. Epic Gamer. How have you been? Morning, angels. Morning, angel girl. We love you, Simone. Marianne, girl, I love you. Marianne, you too, girl. You're on the things. You're moving and shaking, girl. Your spirit is alive and well, girl. And I hear it. I feel it. I see it. You know, when I go on your Instagram page, girl, I see it. I feel it as well. So your smile, you know, your gorgeousness. I just want you to know that you're a rock star. Keep rocking out, baby girl. You're doing the things. I want to say all your names whenever I'm praying, like so and so. I don't want to miss a bestie. I don't want to miss you guys. You know, all the best besties that are on every day with me and help out however way we can, and it's growing, girl. You know, the bestie boos who are in the woodwork. Come out of the woodwork, girl. Come out of the shadows. It's really fun here. We love you. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I have my coffee, girl. Let me drink some water. Scorpion. I love you, Simone. Norma, I love you, girl. Norma, I'm paying special close attention to you, Norma. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Yesterday, you were a little too quiet during the Bible study. Welcome in, new besties. Good morning, R-Star. All my new besties, I want you to know that this page is very inclusive for everybody. We talk about makeup, skincare, hair care, talk about vitamins, talk about our puppies, talk about life, talk about our struggles. We talk about, you know, when good things are happening to us, new babies, a new house, you know, your relationships, you know, where you're at in your faith. It's very cool. I love it here. It's my favorite place to be. Richie loves it here too because he'll just hang out in my arms. Pocahontas, what it do, bestie boo? You're so beautiful. No makeup, love. So beautiful. Just my brows, huh? My brows. My brows can be darker. I'm sorry. My brows can be lighter, so I can be. Good morning, Scorpion. Good morning, Hermosa. He's so cute. He is so cute. He's like a living doll. Like, I'll just like... He's just calm. But he's like balancing to sit. So he's like wobbly. Hi, Bubba. Hi, Richie. You're a good boy. Hi, Bubba. You're an angel. Okay, let me put you down, Bubby. Okay. Let's get serious, girl. We're walking with Christ. He looks so soft. He is soft, girl. I need to get him a haircut. How or when did you get Richie? That's a very good question, Luna. Geo Luna. So, Richie is 8 years old. And when my dad was with my ex-stepmom, if you will, ex-stepmom, because they're not together right now. But when he was with her, she had a dog. She has a dog named Michaela. Michaela got with another little white dog. And she had puppies in the closet. And one day when I went over to visit my dad or whatever, I saw them. They were so cute. They were tiny little white little things. And Richie's hair was the curliest. And they offered me a dog. Like, you want a dog? I was like, sure. And Richie was the cutest, right? But I didn't want to be like one of those, like picking the cutest one right off the bat, you know? And so I was like, oh yeah. But she's like, not yet. You can't take it home yet. You know, you have to wait until it gets a little bit bigger because they still need their mother. I said, that's fine. So like about, like I'm going to say like 3 weeks later, like a month later, you know, I went back and they got bigger. They were so cute. And my dad told me, he's like, you can have the one with the most curls and the pinkest nose. I'm like, okay. You can tell because the other ones had like black noses, like fade into black noses. Thank you so much for sharing my live. Who is this? Princess Skull Baby. Princess Koala Baby. Thank you so much for sharing my life, Princess Koala Baby. I see you working your thumbs, girl. Samara, you okay? You sound congested, girl. These last couple of mornings I've been waking up with my asthma. Like like there's a video on the TikToks, girl, that went like super viral or whatever of me just breathing like 2 years ago, and you can hear my asthma and the way in which I speak when I'm having an attack or whatever. I've been waking up like that, girl. But it's normal for me. Like, it's just the season. So that's why I sound congested and I'm coughing a lot or whatever, girl. It's triggered. It's triggered, but is that gonna deter me from being cute? No. What was I saying? Thank you so much, Pocahontas. Thank you, Lucy Luz. Lucy Luz, I love you, baby girl. Thank you so much for being present yesterday. I love you. I care about you. I love seeing your face. I woke up with an asthma attack. Had to take my nebulizer. Yep. Crinsel. Thank you for sharing my life, big sis Sandra. I love you. Yeah, the curly hair, the pinkest nose. Yeah, so then maybe about 2 weeks later, you know, they told me whenever I was ready to stop by so I can pick him up or what have you. So yeah, baby girl, I got Richie. Oh, hold on. I haven't even told you the gist. So, the gist of the story. So, during that time, my birdie and I, of course, were together, right? We were younger, way younger. But I was like, Bird, I want a dog. He's like, no. He's like, no dog. No. I was like, come on. Like, I want a dog. And I already had a cat at this time. He's like, no. Like, we already have gatita. Her name was, like in Spanish, you know how you say gata? Her name was Gatita. But because I like to sound cute all the time, I call her Gatita. Like I did my little high-pitched voice. So my Gatita, I already had her. He's like, no, dog, no. And so when I picked Richie, I was like, I'm going to take him anyway. Like, my bird's going to fall in love with him. So, yeah, so for my bird's birthday, I had Richie. I had him for a birthday gift. I went from my dad's house, and I had Richie in my lap, and he was so small, so tiny. He fit on my lap, and I was driving to go pick up my bird from work since I dropped him off that day. So I had went over to pick up my birdie from work, and yeah, you know, I was waiting there, and he was on my little lap, and you know, just sitting, just cozy, like he is now, like slowish. He's just like lazing on my lap, and so I picked up my bird, gave him a kiss, and we were like driving on the way home. He's like, yeah, babe, this and that, and this and the other, and this and that at work, and this and that. I'm like, no way, no way. And I was like, I knew I had it. Little Richie, you girls drink your waters. I see that you girls aren't drinking your waters. What's up with that, girl? That's gonna be the next conversation. But anyway, yeah. So anyway, I'm like, Birdie, I'm like, happy birthday, like almost birthday. And he's like, oh, thanks. I was like, I have a surprise for you. And he's like, you do? And I said, yeah. And then I went like this. I picked up Richie from because I was driving. I just picked him up like this with like one hand, and I went like this. I was like, this is your present. And it was Richie. He's like, oh, he's like a tiny dog. I said, so Richie. And ever since then, girl, we've had Richie. That's why he's so sweet and nice. He doesn't know like violence. He doesn't know like aggressiveness or anything. So when I take him outside, Bestie, Andy Carter, how are you, sweet angel girl? Thank you so much, Nady Marie. Nady, am I saying that right? Nade. Tell me how to say your name, baby girl. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, that Richie was Bird's birthday gift, and we've had him ever since. And he's the sweetest dog. That's why I fell in love with him too. That's why he doesn't bite anybody or bark that often or get mean or aggressive or growl or scratch. Like, he doesn't know violence. He doesn't know, you know, how to be mean. A mean dog. He's an inside sweet dog. What? I read a comment, baby girl, but I missed it about the Hello Kitty at Hobby Lobby. What did you say? I missed it. Made. Oh, okay. Sinead. Oh, okay. How did you and Birdie meet? Elena Padilla. Okay, Bird. Okay, girl. So, when I was 17, I was like 16. 16, I was going to a high school called Austin High here in El Paso, Texas. So I was going there, girl, and at the time, I was like super nerdy. This is when I changed my life, like when I was younger, girl, because if we can backtrack a little bit, when I was in high school, girl, I was a rebel girl, okay? The person that you see right now, this sweet girl that you see here, she wasn't always a sweet girl that you see there, girl. Like, I would cuss a lot, F this, F that, screw you, I don't care, what a B, you know, I can give a Hoover down, but I'll actually say like shit, you know? Like, I don't give a shit, I don't give a about you, B, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? That was me. I was a very abrasive young girl, and I feel like that made me kind of tough. You know what I mean? That made me. I'm a little chaparrita girl. Like, I'm a little girl, but being able to like use my words and use my mouth and, you know what I mean, like talk smack, I guess. I really took it to a whole nother level. So anyway, and that included my attitude. I was like, now F school, like I don't give a about school, you know, I hate school, and just very like así bien fea, you know. And so anyway, my mom, and that's why I kind of don't get upset with my mom that much, because I was like kind of a rebelde too at the same time. But girl, at this point now, like my mom and I have already been struggling for lots of years, so at this point now it's just me acting out. But anyway, that's either here nor there. But I wasn't like bad where I would like ditch school. Like, I never ditched school. Like, I was too afraid to ditch school. There was like once or twice that I would ditch school, you know what I mean? But I would never, like, I didn't want to get that phone call to my mom, because she would like beat me, you know what I mean? So anyway, so I had like a conversation with my mom. She's like, Simone, she's like, if you keep going down the same path, you're not gonna graduate. She's like, I don't know what the heck's what's gonna happen with you. I don't know what you're doing anymore. Like, I don't know who you are, all this stuff, right? I'm like, yeah, F you. I'm just kidding. But seriously. And I moved schools at that time, because I had been to, so hear this, girls, hear this. In middle school, I went to 3 middle schools for 7th and 8th grade, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, 3 different ones. And high school, I went to Coronado, El Dorado, Eastwood, Austin, Florida. I went to 5 different high schools. And that's because my mom would like transition like from different, I guess, whoever she was dating at the time. So we would kind of like move to the city in which, or not the city, I'm sorry, move to the part of town that she was dating the newest person, right? So she would date this person, we would move closer to him, and then they would break up, and then she would date this other person, so we would move closer to him, and that's just how it's always been, and for me growing up. So for this new school that I had went to at Austin, it was my chance. It was like a fresh start for me, like a fresh start. And if you know the school, Austin High School here in El Paso, Texas, it's not a very good school. Like, no offense or anything, like I had fun, but as far as like, it was kind of like a free-for-all. The kids would kind of run the school, so to speak. And this is the school where, I don't know if you remember, but here in El Paso, Texas, years after my birdie and I had left or whatever, we saw in the news that the principal was getting arrested for falsifying like test records so that they can continue like being a working school, because I guess the kids have to test, like pass, like there has to be a ratio of passing kids in the school for it to remain open or something like that. I don't know, girl, but we were like, Bird, like, is that Dr. Tanner like in the news getting arrested? And we're like, Bird, what happened? And so yeah, so we found out that the several principals got arrested for falsifying documents, or I don't know, something like that, right? They were all in cahoots. But anyway, to get to the story, girl. So when I got to this new school at Austin, I didn't know anyone. I didn't have many friends, and because that's how that's how it's always been, like me not really having that many friends, especially as a new kid. And I really focused in on my school. I'm like, girl, I have to graduate. Like I was failing freshman year, sophomore year. I don't even know how the heck I became a junior. So I went into Austin, where I met my bird as a junior. I need you guys tired of taking medication, taking medicine. My body is withdrawing from pain. Oh no, baby girl, what's going on with you, girl? Are you also doing like home remedies? Like, don't just drown yourself in like pastillas, girl. Like, do home remedies. You know, home remedies is the key. Anyway, so what was I saying? Where did I leave off, girl? Ya se me fue. I had a squirrel moment. That's why I can't read the comments when I'm saying a story. Okay, girl, I think we're good. Did I put primer on? Did you see me put primer on? He forgot about me. Who forgot about you, Daniela? No? Did I not put primer on? No? Okay, well, no primer it is, girl. No primer it is today, baby girl. Let's see if it makes any difference to the skin. You forgot. You met Bird junior year. Oh, yeah, okay, Dre. Yes, baby girl. Okay, it's a good thing you're here. I love you. Keeping me in check, baby girl. So, yeah. So, anyway. Oh, please go on with the story. Sandra, I forgot I had a squirrel moment. Anyway. So at this new school, I was a junior, right? I was a junior, not really having that many friends, but I really focused in on my studies. And because the school kind of had kids that weren't really into school, they were mostly into like partying and, you know, being active, you know, sexually and stuff, and just, you know, had their head in different places. They're kids, right? I excelled at that school, girl. Shoot, I took advantage. And the teachers that would, like, I had a teacher. I don't want to say her name because what if like one day it comes back to me, girl. But I had a teacher. She was really sweet, really nice teacher. But in class, like, no one would pay attention, and it was heartbreaking. It was so heartbreaking because she would like, come on, everybody. And it was my math teacher. So, ooh, no, girl. Like, the kids would talk and laugh, and she couldn't get the kids to settle down. And I remember I was sitting in the front, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm trying to, and here at this school, for whatever reason, this class was like a remedial class for me. So I was a junior, and the class was a freshman class because I was trying to catch up. I'm telling you, girl, like, my high school girl, I was a rebel girl. Like, I can give a hoover down, but I wasn't ditching. I was there. I just wasn't caring. But anyway, yay! Spraying, finish spray, then work in the makeup, girl. Spray, finishing spray. Oh yeah, girl, I do, Lindsay, baby girl, I do. I spray my face when I have my foundation on, and then I blend it. I pat it into my skin, girl. Okay, where am I at, girl? I keep getting interrupted. So it was really heartbreaking to see that my teachers would try to teach the kids, but they had no control. Nobody had control over these kids, and there was so many of them everywhere that it was really chaotic. But anyway, So to go back, we're using Fancy again, girl. Yeah, it was my math class. I tried though, and I even have in my memory box, because I have a memory box, the school newspaper, or the school newspaper, a picture of me and her, like the class newspaper kids came in to take a few pictures, and they captured like a real life moment of me and the teacher sitting side by side, like me trying to figure out the math problem or whatever. So she really helped me. But anyway, just because I was trying to turn my life around, like scholarly, my scholar life. Just kidding. Doesn't mean, girl, that I didn't like the rebel boys. So anyway, so to get on with the story, one day, my birdie and I, no, my birdie and I, okay, one day, one day, I was sitting on the bus to go home, because I always took the bus to go home. So I was sitting on the bus to go home, and I would look out the window, and there was a group of skater boys, like skaters, like skateboarders, with their style, right? Their puffy shoes and their tight pants and their, you know, their hair, however they had it. And back in the day, girl, when I was younger, it was like the emo hair, like these Edgar cuts, like dude, like they're. It's just funny to see the kids with the Edgar cuts, because I'm like, like these kids. It reminds me of when I was younger with the emo bangs. You know what I mean? For us, it was the emo bang. So anyway. So all the skater boys had their emo bang or whatever. And I remember one day we were scene kids. Yeah, girl, we were scene kids. So I was an emo girl, and then I was a scene kid. But anyway, to get to the story. At this point now, I was just like, I had gotten out of the scene phase, because I was mostly scene like in my sophomore year. At this point now, I'm just trying to like be a cute girl, like cute, like coquette kind of girl, you know? So, and you'll even see if I bust out my memory box and I end up sharing that picture with you, like you'll see I'm just like, I'm a little cutesy girl. But anyway. I was sitting on the bus, and I was looking over at the skater boys, right? Like admiring them and like checking them out or whatever. And I remember there was this one skater boy, and I thought he was so cute, right? I thought he was the cutest thing in the world, and I liked him because he looked different. Like, porque, like, here in El Paso, girl, somos mexicanos. Like, mayoría de la gente, pues, somos prietos. Like, we're, like, tan, girl. Like, we're, morenos, you know? And this, you know, this person was, like, white boy status over here. Porque his skin is light, you know, compared to white. You know, if he shaves off his facial hair, I think he could pass for a white guy. Just kidding, but seriously. So, anyway, I saw this guy. And girl, Bird, back in the day, he had hair, right? Because he was, okay, so I was a junior in high school, and he was a sophomore. So he was a year younger than I was. But I didn't know that at the time, right? I was just sitting in the bus, and I would see him and his group of friends, and they would be in the street, like on the other side of school, skating, like going like with their skateboards a madres, right? And then like doing tricks and like with each other, like, yeah, you know what I mean, after school. And for whatever reason, for several, like, I think like weeks, like every day after school, like I would go to my spot on the bus, and I already had my friend at the time, you know, like, girl, like, I like this guy. Like, no way, girl, like, who is he? I'm like, it's that guy over there. Like, you see that widow over there? Like, that's him. I like him so much. She's like, what's his name? I'm like, I don't know his name. Like, I just stare at him, like, from here. But I never saw him in school. I never had a class with him. Nothing, right? So then, it's kind of like a long story, girl. This is gonna be like the whole conversation. But anyway, let me see if I missed any white boy status. So anyway, girl, and let me describe my birdie to you at the time, girl. So my birdie had long hair at the time, like, because he liked Jim Morrison. So my birdie, when I got to know him, in that time in our lives, he was 16 years old, and he was a very old soul. He liked Jim Morrison, Led Zeppelin. He liked all like the older kind of music compared to, like, you know, what we were listening to at that time. He just liked I guess that kind of music, right? Very soulful, Jimi Hendrix, stuff like AC/DC. That was what he would hear, right? That's what he would hear, and he would skate. And so he had long, he would call it his Jim Morrison hair. So he had long, like, because he has curly hair, right? Curly hair. And it was up to here. And so he would get he would get like cornrows. Like, he would tell his sister to braid his hair, and she would do it really tight, like a bunch of them. So he looked like Sean Paul, if you will, right? My bird, okay? And you know, his like little tight pants, and then his like whatever, like a skater shirt, you know, his little tight pants and his like puffy shoes. And he always had his skateboard with him everywhere, or every time that I would see him outside, he would always be on his skateboard, carrying the skateboard, sweating, or about to like start skateboarding. So he always had his skateboard. And at the time, show us pics. I know, right? I should, girl. Anyway. So for several weeks, I was admiring him, and what drew me to my bird, or what I liked him, is because I can totally see and tell that he had a passion that wasn't like about bad things. I guess in that school, girl, like I'm telling you, like I would hear like a lot of stuff, or like the girls would be like, yeah, like I do my guy like this, like no way, like I do my guy like that, like in the class, you know. So it was a lot of like, oh my god, like what am I hearing, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, you're kids, you're in school, you talk about like crazy stuff, right? So anyway, I know Pancake House, I see you. Yeah, I know, right? Birdman with the braids, girl. There's pics. And he had gauges, girl. I didn't even tell you, he had big old gauges. So just think, girl, I was a 17-year-old girl, and I was like a rebel girl at heart, but I'm trying to turn my life around. And then I see this guy like skating and gauges and his like Sean Paul like white boy status. I'm like, he's cute. I liked him. And I liked him because how the table turns when he picks. I know, girl. Anyway, so, and I liked him because he had a passion over something that was positive, and just seeing his drive, because when he would like do tricks, he would like fall and he'd be like, oh, like he would get mad. Or when he would like land a trick, like a big trick, he'd be like, yeah, you know, like in the stairs, because there would be stairs at school, like a 12 stair. He would go fast, and I would see him going like from far, like he would go fast, and then he would like master it, you know what I mean? So anyway, and he would, after he would like land it and like go around, he'd be like, yeah. I would get excited for him from far. I'm like, oh, he did it, like, you know what I mean? And so I had like a crush on him since far, girl. So anyway, let me get to the point. So one day I was in that same math class I'm telling you about, that I mean, like we were just like doing whatever, right? And one of my friends, Isaac, that like not a coworker, a classmate, he was sitting there and he's like, oh yeah, like I kicked this guy's ass. Like me and my friend, we were like play boxing, and I kicked his ass, like all this stuff. He's like, you want to see me kicking his ass, whooping his ass? I was like, yeah, show me. So on his phone, he was showing me like two guys, and they had their like what boys wear like to like play fight. What's it called? Like boxing gloves. And he's like, yeah, look, I kicked his ass. Like he's my friend. And I saw it was my bird. It was him. It was Isaac and my bird, and they were like going at it or whatever, like pretendingly with the boxing gloves. I was like, hey, I like that guy. And then he's like, what? I was like, that guy. I was like, I don't know his name. I don't know anything about him. I just know that he likes to skate and he hangs out in the front. And then he's like, Mark? He's like, you like Mark? And I was like, is that his name? I don't know. And he's like, yeah. And I was like, oh, snap. And I was like, can you tell him that I like him? Yeah. And, girl, yes, he was a skateboard boy. Oh my goodness. And what's so funny is that, girl, I jumped on it so fast now that I'm thinking of it, because I hadn't seen him in school. And his group of friends, like, I didn't really know that well. So he was like a mystery person to me, you know, because I never saw him besides after school. Yeah, I forgot you said you were afraid to talk to him first. Yes, girl, I was. I was like, well, I'm not going to approach a boy. Like, how, and then I'm with this buddies. Like, oh, awkward. Anyway. So, yeah, so I would tell his friends, like, oh, I like him. Like, I like him. Tell him I like him, or tell him that someone likes him, to see, like, if he's interested, if it's worth pursuing, right? I would love to see pictures. I know, now that you guys are telling me. Like, to see if it's worth pursuing, girl. And for me, okay, let's put a pin in this conversation very quickly. For me, I haven't had a lot of boyfriends. Like, I would like guys in school, but they never like me back. You know what I mean? And that would be like in school, you know what I mean? How when you have like a little crush, or like your in-school boyfriend, in-school girlfriend, and for like holidays, like Valentine's Day, of course, you would ask your mom or your dad or whatever to get you a little gift, or you would have your little monies or whatever, right, to give your loved one at school. And so it happened like several times with different like boyfriends that I would like hold hands with or try to like. Is that like they would ditch that day. Like they would ditch that day, like I guess because they didn't want to get me anything. And I would kind of go to school with like my little like my plushie to give to them with like a candy or whatever. And one of the boys that I liked a lot, he ditched, he didn't go in, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like dumb, like carrying my gift around that he's not even here to accept, you know, number one. And then another time, and this happened in 6th grade, is that I got my like boyfriend or like the boy that I liked something, and we were like supposedly like together. We're in 6th grade, okay, and he didn't get me anything, and I'm like, oh, like okay, like that's okay, you know. And so the birds, yeah. So I've always had kind of, oh, and then one time I got stood up. I think I told you guys this once, like when I was younger, like I was supposed to have like a date out with a boy that I was like going out with in school. And girl, he stood me up completely, and I ended up watching the movie by myself. My mom had dropped me off, and I just ended up watching the movie by myself because I was too kind of like embarrassed to like call her right away and say, oh, I got stood up. So I was like, well, I'm already here. So I watched a movie by myself, and I was honestly like 14. I was like 14 or 15. I had to have been like, just imagine like a young girl with her popcorn and like, okay, here I go. You know what I mean? So it's those things that made me really sad. So anyway, I always had the worst luck in boys. So that's why I was like, oh, I like your friend. Like, you know, kind of like questioning, does he have a girlfriend? Like, what's his status, girl? Okay. It happened to me, Bestie, at the same age. Yeah, girl. Okay, who's this? JJ, girl. We have to talk about it. Unleash it. Are you in America? Yes, girl. I'm in America. I'm in El Paso, Texas. So we're going to go in with this e.l.f. putty, what do you call it? Blushy blush to see if it comes out, girl. And maybe the first time I was just like acting a fool. So this, can you see it? Yeah, I guess you can see it barely. It's because I like a full pigment, girl. I like a full face beat, like to the gods. Like I want to be able to turn the corner and someone from far says, that's Simone. Either they see all the pink going on, or they see my highlight glazed donut face from far, girl. Shoot. Anyway. Okay, let me take a sip of my coffee, girl. Let me take my water. I'm getting like barely. Oops. Okay, where am I in the story, girl? Okay, hold on. Okay, yeah, so I told Isaac. I'm like, Isaac, like, I like your friend. Like, tell him, you know, if he's interested in having, like, a girlfriend, right? So he's like, yeah, okay. So I left it at that. And that's when I really started focusing in on where is this guy? Like, kind of, like, obsessing a little bit. So during lunch, I would kind of like go, because I had one friend, her name was Skylar. Her name was Skylar Butler. She was my friend, my only friend. Me and Skylar, we would walk, because she likes skater boys too. We would walk around like the school for lunch, and I'm like, oh, where could he be? Like, where does this guy hang out at? And so anyway, because I don't think we can leave for lunch, even though kids did leave. I don't think we could leave for lunch, but I'm telling you, at that point, I was like trying to turn my life around, so I wasn't trying to like be like ditching or putting myself on the radar, you know what I mean? I was just kind of like doing my thing, you know, with my one friend and liking my secret crush, my bird. And so anyway, some time had passed. I was still obsessing over him. At this point now, I figured out where he would hang out for lunch. Like, he would hang out in a table outside of the cafeteria, but on the other side, so to speak. And it was him and his buddies. I'm like, oh, that's him. You know what I mean? And so I would like pass by like, oh, he's so cute, you know. Science class. And in the science class, there was another friend of his that would hang out there too. Or not hang out there, but be in the class with me. And I told him, I'm like, hey, I like your friend. His name is Mark. He's a skater with you guys. He's like, oh, you like Mark? I'm like, yep. I'm like, put in a good word for me, yeah? And he's like, okay. And so this had happened, like, because we had A-B schedule. Do you remember in school, girl? Since I had been to different schools, I got to live, like, both kinds of schedules or all different kinds of schedules. But at this school, it was A-B day. A day, you had, like, a certain number of classes, like 4 classes that you were in there for, like, 2 hours or whatever. And then you had B day, where you had a different set of classes and you were in there for another like freaking 2 hours as well, right? So in A and B day. So every time I would be for that certain day in school and I would see Josh, I'm like, Josh! Every time I would be for that certain day in school, and I would see Josh. I'm like, Josh, like, I like your friend. Like, have you told him anything? He's like, oh yeah, I told him. I'm like, okay, what did he say? He's like, oh, I forgot, or like whatever. I'm like, oh man. So one day he's like, I want to set you guys up. He's like, so you can freaking stop harassing me. I'm gonna set you up with him. So meet me at the front of the school today after school. And when I meet up with him, I'll tell him that you want to meet him. I was like, okay, yeah. So that day came. He's like, all right, girl, I told Mark to meet you after school in the front. So I'll be there, he'll be there, so I can introduce you guys. I was like, okay. So sure enough, that day came, or that afternoon came, and I was walking out of the front, and I was like really nervous that afternoon, right? And I didn't see anyone sitting there. But when you're walking, you know how it's like the hustle and bustle of people? But like if someone's sitting, like you can't see them until like the brush of the people kind of like start like dwindling away. And then you can see like people sitting. Well, that's what happened, girl. I was like walking out. And because there's a bunch of kids leaving. And I was like, where are they? Like, I don't see them. Like, where exactly? Like, I should have asked. Like, I'm over here having all these doubts. Like, I got stood up again. You know what I mean? And no, after the people kind of dwindled down, like I look. And it's my bird. And he's sitting like this. He's like sitting like this. Right? And it's Josh. He's sitting like this, like looking out. And then he sees me, so he pops up, right? He stands up. He's like, hey, Simone. Well, at that time, they called me Vanica because I would introduce myself as Vanica. So he's like, hey, Vanica, this is Mark. And then my birdie, he got up and he's like, mucho gusto. He shook my hand and he gave me the 2 side kisses. He's like, and I was like, hey. And then Josh was like, okay, you two, I'm going to leave you alone. So he leaves, right? And I had to take the bus. So I was like, kind of like, okay, my bus is over there. And I'm like, I can't miss it. But here I am, you know? And so I was like, hello. He's like, you want to take a seat? And we walked over to a different bench. And I was like nervous. And I was sitting in front of my bus because I had told him, like, I have to take the bus and I can't miss it. Like, do you mind if we sit over here? So we ended up sitting in front of the bus little area or whatever. And my friend, and I wish I still had it, girl. It was on my old, like, flip phone that I had. But my friend, the one that I sat with on the bus, I would like talk about him, like talk her ear off. She took a picture of us out inside of the bus. She took a picture of me and him, and I was like awkwardly sitting, and he was kind of just like, and girl, I wish I could have that photo. That was the very first picture of us, that day, the day that we met. And I told him straightforward. No, he asked me straightforward. He's like, so I heard that you like me. And I was like, yeah, I do. And he's like, okay. He's like, I'm getting off. Oh, my bird. And he's like, okay, like, let's exchange numbers. I'm like, okay. So I gave him my number or whatever. And that same afternoon, I was like, is he gonna text me? Is he gonna text me? And yeah, like, at least like an hour out of school, he texted me. He put, hey, you. That was his first message to me. Hey, you. And I knew who it was. Who else am I gonna be giving my number to, girl? Well, let me get more into it. Okay, girl. That's like only like 1/4 of the story, because there's a long story after this, okay? So that's how... Okay. Girl, we got the house. We're moving in. Yay, congratulations, Purple Ducky. Girl, I've been praying for you. I've been thinking of you. I've been like obsessively talking about you, girl. I'm like, Purple Ducky this and Purple Ducky, you know, her house, and Purple Ducky and the house. And I've been saying it at least every live for the last like 4 days. So I'm glad that you're finally moving in, sweet angel girl. Let me take a sippy whippy of my coffee. I'll have to find pictures, girl. So anyway, let me continue on with the stories, girl, guys. There's a lot to tell you. Okay. So, and I guess I should preface with saying that my birdie, and he's gonna deny it now, okay? He's gonna deny it now, but I knew. He liked another girl. Erica, Norma, right? Shocker. Like, we're all, right? America, Norma, I love you. You birds stick together. Yeah, girl. So, hold on. Not even there yet, girl. America, not even there. I'm not even to the juiciest parts. So, let me see. Kathleen, did I say it right? Kathleen. I hope I'm saying your name right, baby girl. Tell me how to say it because I don't want to mess it up. Misha, my best friend. I hope you're doing good, my friend. Norma, Mary, Peter, thank you so much. Nady. Oh, no, Nade, you're here, baby girl. The audacity. Yeah, girl. The audacity, LOL. Yeah, girl. So at the time, Okay, so this is how it's gonna play out. Okay, Sasha, lashes. I love you, girl. You're so sweet. Thank you so much for everything you do. Yes, baby girl. Oh snap. Okay, so let's get into it. Lashes. Okay, so once you started texting me, girl, that was it. And I don't know, girl, because let me tell you something. It could very well have been me maybe driving these boys away when I was younger, because I wasn't really close to my dad at the time. And now as an adult, whenever I think back on it, oh, what are these? Oh, that's little paw prints. Thank you so much. Who was that? Was that Boss Lady? Boss Lady, I love you. Anyway, so I felt like, let me kind of paint the picture to you a little bit. By this time that I was going to Austin High School, my mom had married into the military. She had married my ex-stepdad. And at the time, she was pregnant with my little sister, Lauren, that's 14 now. So my little sister, Lauren, that's 14 now, she was in the womb when my Birdie and I got together. Or she was either in the womb or just had been born. Birdie, how could you? Where's the girl? Show your side now. Girl, so at the time, my mom and I already had been clashing. And this is at one point, like, I guess the ugliness of it all. Like we had gotten it. We, at this point, in the house that I'm thinking of, there was a closet in the hallway. We had busted it down because we were getting into it, fighting like girls on the street, girl. And the door was busted. So that's how I'm like remembering the house. My mom either already, yeah, she had to have already had Lauren, because we would never, you know what I mean, if she was pregnant. But yeah, she had already had to have Lauren. And my stepdad, he was in the picture, but he worked a lot, so we didn't see him that much. And he was doing his own thing, like on the side, if you know what I mean. Like, you know, that's my mom's business, but yeah, like he wasn't doing the right things. Anyway, so there was a lot going on in our home. And Sydney was, I think, like 11, 10 or 11. Sydney was, you know, a little girl, my little sister, other little sister. And so my bird, whenever like a boy would text me or whenever I would get some sort of like attention, I imagine, I'm assuming, girl, because of course I'm like putting two and two together now as an adult. I would seek him. I would text him. I would always be like, oh, you know, so at school, I would look for him. Like I was like, oh, what class do you have next? Or like kind of like clingy, like a clingy girl, you know? I'm like, what class do you have next? Or we're going to go to next? Or when's your lunch? And so we would hang out a lot. I would, you know, kind of look for him. We would walk together. I became like a chicle on his side, like a piece of gum that he couldn't get rid of, so to speak. But he was, you know, he liked me from what I thought, you know. And so during these times, it was twice, for sure, twice, that we were sitting in. And at this point, I had already told all his friends I liked him. So all his friends, like I would sit with his friends, you know what I mean? Because I didn't have any friends myself. So, and Skylar, she would sit with me too. And she made boyfriend, girlfriend with the other skater boy. So anyway, so my one friend, we would hang out with the skater boys. And I would hang out with my Birdie. And there was 2 times, girl, 2 times that my Birdie never said anything. But there's this one girl. I'm not going to say her name, girl. There was this one girl. And we were in the hallway, and I'm not gonna lie, like she was a pretty girl. I knew that she was like a girl that all the boys kind of went after, so to speak, if you will. So we were in the hallway, and we were standing there, and she's like, hey, Mark. She had passed by, right? And she was wearing like some high socks, like some knee-high socks. Oh, sorry, apologies. She was wearing some knee-high socks or whatever. And she's like, hey, Mark, knowing that I was there, you know, and my bird, because he's so sweet and nice all the time, he went to go give her like the kisses on the cheeks. So I was like, what are you doing? To give her the kisses on the cheeks. And she's like, oh, hey, like, I hope you're doing good, like all this stuff. And then I remember like she was like trying to be like cutesy, so she was like with her little keychain like this or whatever. And I was like, this bitch, like step away from my guy, dude, like step away, you know. And I remember, like, when she was walking away, my Birdie was like this. Like, she was walking, he was like this, like, just kind of like I could see him just, like, seeing her pass and him admiring her in front of my face. And I was like, and so I don't know if I brought it up this time. I don't think I brought it up this time. I think I stayed quiet because I remember I had to be strategic. I was like, girl, I'm not going to bring it up because what if I, like, you know, steer him clear away from me because I liked him, you know? And so then show us your yearbook now. I know, right? Shoot, girl. I don't even have the yearbook. I didn't get it. Laughed my ass off. Girl, I was poor. You're stronger than me, bestie. Girl, well, I stayed quiet. I was like, this bitch. So anyway, that was one time. And I think I let it go. I didn't say anything because I was just like, what is going on? But because I liked him and I was already being chiclosa, like next to him, always looking for him. And, you know, he didn't push me away. And so we started hanging out for lunch, girl. He would ditch school to, like, his classes to be in my class or to be with me. Or I later on found out, like, for the second semester, they changed your schedule, right? They would change our schedules sometimes, you know. And he started taking a different lunch. He would take B lunch, and I only had A lunch. So he would ditch his lunch or his class after lunch so he can be with me, so I can, or something like that. I don't know. He would ditch his class to be with me for lunch, so we started being even more close. But he was ditching school, which I didn't care, girl, because I like rebel boys and I like the bad boys. So, girl, I was like, you do your thing to be with me, yes. Let me get my beauty blenders wet. Don't don't lose where we're at, because I'm gonna ask. Yes, baby girl. Okay, I'll be back. Let me get my beauty blenders wet. Oh shoot, drink your water. I should get more water too, huh? Yes. Bubba, you doing good, baby? You being a good boy? Okay. In the meantime, let's make sure we all subscribe. Yes. So, baby girl, I got all my supplies in. Let me show you my charms. Just some charms, girl, because I got a lot. Let me show you. I got a whole bunch of charms, girl. Let me show you very quickly. So I got these charms. Yeah, yeah. Ears. You're all ears, Sandra. Like, let me show you my charms very fast, though, Sandra. Look at right here. Got these. Got these. I put these together, girl. Like, look at these cute little bunnies. You see them? I have brown and I have white little bunnies. So cute. These are just jewels. Girl, these I separated one by one because they were all like mixed together. I was like, oh heck no, girl. Look at this was my favorite. I love it. No, I'm gonna make junky cases. So I'm gonna use these to make the junky cases. Let's see. Yeah, so these are my supplies, huh, Richie? So speaking of the subscription, I might even do one this weekend, girl. Oh, and then let me show you. Subscription only live video of me making like crabs and junky cases, girl. So stay tuned. Keep your subscription finger ready for whenever you're ready, girl. I'm gonna be making my little crafts. So you be ready, baby girl, and I'll be ready too. Yeah, so anyway, did you subscribe yet, girl? Subscribe, it should be fun. And if not, it's all good, girl. Shoot, you'll still see me here. Anyway, so let me blend out this makeup. So where was I? Yeah, so that girl passed by. And then, you know, I let it go. That's fine. Whatever. I want the mirror, bestie. Oh, yes, bestie. You're going to get the mirror. For sure, girl. Let me get my mirror, as a matter of fact. I was like, I miss it now that you brought it up. Yay! Thank you so much, Cat Luna. I love you. one day, my birdie and I were hanging out. Hi, Mir. One day, my birdie and I were hanging out, and this is the time that I brought it up, okay? Same thing. We were at lunch. He was ditching a bee with me. And we were sitting on the bench on one of the tables, and behind us is like the exit to the cafeteria area. So people were coming and going, And I was sitting on this side, he was sitting on this side, and one day, like, he's talking to me like this, and she steps out of the cafeteria. And I don't remember how he saw her unless she said something, but he was like this, and he caught her, and he was like this. And girl, no lie, like, he was like this, right? The back, like, people are passing, and he's like this, just like looking at her, and he's like this. And then he even like breaks into like going like this to continue seeing her pass like that. And girl, I was literally right there. I was like, hello. And that's when I started getting like, I got mad. I was like, what's up with you and this girl? I was like, why do you keep like staring at her? Like if she's like, if like over here, like what's going on? Angel Baby, the charms are from Temu and Amazon. It's a mix. And from Hobby Lobby. It's a mix of different places. But anyway, girl, can you believe the audacity? Can you believe the audacity, bruh? Wait, he what? Yeah, girl. The dog side eye, girl. It wasn't even a side eye. He was breaking his neck to see that girl. Okay, like he was like, like I'm already getting all mad. He was breaking his neck to see the girl, right? And I was like, what in the shoe? So that's when I said something. I'm like, what's up with you and this girl? And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, yeah, like why do you keep staring at her? Like if like. As her and I would have snapped. Oh yeah, girl. Like, he told me straightforwardly that him and her, that they would date, that they dated. I was like, oh really? And I was like, okay. And so why are you all acting like this? Like you're all obsessed with her, you know? And he's like, well, it's because she broke up with me and I haven't gotten over her yet. He told me straightforward, girl. He told me straight up, and I was like, what the? Right? And I felt like an idiot. And I was like, I'm over here freaking trying to be with you and hang out with you because I like you. And you're over here freaking making me look like a freaking fool. And I wasn't saying freaking, okay? I was saying fucking. I was like, you're making me look like a fool. Like, do you like me or not? Like, stop wasting my time, you know? You know what I mean? I like you. You like me. Like, you making me look stupid. And he's like, I'm sorry. And he's like, I didn't realize I was doing it. I was like, yeah, you are. Hold on. I have to verify my identity before. Heaven forbid, before we get kicked out of here. Okay, anyway, so yeah, so then I was like, and I told him, I was like, stop doing that. Like, make it a point to freaking stop me. I was like, you're not dating her. You guys broke up for a reason, whatever. And so that was that. And as time progressed, as the years go by, you know, I'll ask him about her still. I'm like, why did you like her so much? And that's when he started telling me that, I guess, when they were going out, because when my Brady and I got together, and this is like between us, okay, I'll tell anybody. When my Brady got together, my Brady had done stuff, like fun stuff, but not like the deed or whatever, right? Or from what I know, from what he's told me. But anyway, with this girl, I guess, like she was already experienced. So she would like, I guess they would do stuff, but not like the deed, but they would do other stuff, you know what I mean? So I guess, because I guess there was a connection like that he hadn't went all the way with her, maybe like that is right man, shut yourself. I know what the shankla, get over here so we can beat your booty cheeks. Like turn around. Just kidding. Like, those nalguillas. Anyway. So yeah, so that's he tells me this later on in time though, like once I bring her up. And now to this day, girl, you will never see me wearing high socks ever because he'll even say like, babe, why don't you wear high socks for me? I'm like, oh hell no. So I can remember I mean, oh heavens no, oh heavens no, oh heavens no. So I can be like that one girl that you were like in a high school. Oh hell heavens no, you know. So you'll never see me caught dead. Anyway, so girl, where am I? So that was that girl, and ever since then, okay, so this is phase 3 of the story, okay? Phase 3 of the story. So this was back in April when I liked him, he liked me. We were like talking every day, being inseparable. You know, at this time, my mom didn't know I had a boyfriend, girl, because she would get so pissed if she found out that, I guess my mom, how can I say? My mom has always been very, I guess, critical of the way people look. Like towards me, even though she had her own thing when she was younger. Obviously, we all kind of do our own rebelde thing, you know what I mean? Seeing kids or whatever. My mom was like a little rocker back in like her day. You know, she shaved her head to try to fit in with my dad's group. Same thing, I guess, sort of. But as an adult, you know, and fast forward so many years, my mom didn't want me hanging around with, I guess, delinquents. especially because I was already kind of like going downhill, you know what I mean? So just imagine my bird, like looking all Sean Paul, you know, with his skateboard, with his huge old gauges. She's like, oh no. So anyway, so I kept my birdie a secret. So just like we do, like when we're in high school, girl, we have our school boyfriends and you only see them at school. That's how it was. Like we would text all day during the weekends or whatever. And with my little Nokia phone or whatever little phone I had. And see him at school. And so after school, so this is a time in after school in which my mom was dating this military man, right? And the military man, I guess, because my mom has always wanted like her husband at the time, you know, to always excel. So she would kind of like push him. Like, I want you to become a sergeant major, like become a sergeant major in the army. And she's like, I'll help you. I'll do whatever it takes. And so at this point now, I think he was deployed. He was somewhere. And in order to, I guess, promote, they asked that you do school, that the person do school. So he had enrolled in online school, and at the time, my mom was helping him, like with his classes or whatever, with his homework. And she had asked me to help also. So I was helping him. I was doing infinite math or college level math because I was always really good at it, but I just sucked in my school because I just didn't care. So this was me, junior, turning my life around. I'm like this with my math teacher. And so after school at this point, since I was helping out my mom and her husband, I would take after school tutoring for the math that I didn't understand and I had questions on. You know, because my mom obviously is not going to know, you know what I mean? Who else is going to know if she's asking me to learn and to do it for them, do it for him? And so, yeah, you know, I found no problem with it. Shoot, I felt like for me, I was like, well, you know, I get to see my birdie. So after school, I would go to the tutoring. But then after that, my birdie would be waiting for me or skating outside. And then we would hang out like birdie, you know. At the time, we called each other bugs. Bugs! And, like love bug. Okay, bug. And, my mom would pick me up, and I remember, like, I would wait outside of the school, and I would, like, be kissing, like, I was like, come kiss me in the bush, like, okay, like, oh, my mom's almost coming, like, okay, I love you, okay, I'll talk to you later, you know. He was a secret. And then one day, my mom's husband, she saw his profile picture, or she saw my background on my little Nokia little phone, or my little Samsung phone that I had. It was purple. He's like, who's that? That's my background, right? And I was like, she's like, that's my boyfriend. Like, I told him, like, I wasn't scared of him. I was scared of my mom, you know? And so there he goes snitching me out. So my mom she's like, you have a boyfriend? She finds out. I'm like, yes. And then she's like, okay. Because, you know, she don't want to make a scene, I guess. I don't know. In front of her man. But yeah, so I have my little boyfriend or whatever that I will only see in school. So fast forward a few months, girl. Same thing that we're doing. Fast forward a few months. Kiss me in the bush. Girl, he was hiding from my mom. Just in case he drove up. She drove It's like, have you guys seen that movie Superstar? Superstar! Where she like takes her hands out of her armpits and sniffs them. When she like makes out with the tree. I bet that's how I was looking, like from like the side when people drive up. I'm all with the bush. Like, like, what are you doing, girl? Anyway. So, fast forward a few months. My mom's husband gets military orders to move to Florida. And this is where I moved to Florida. So I told my bird, and at this time, my birdie and I were very close. So months had passed, and my mom would let me hang out with the neighbor. She would let me hang out with the neighbor because he was a guy, and he was a nice guy. He was already older, a little bit older than me. But this guy, I would ask him, I'm like, hey, neighbor. His name was Sunny. Hey, Sunny. I'm like, can you do me a favor? He's like, what? I'm like, can you drop me off with my boyfriend and just say I'm hanging out with you? And girl, I was bad. I'm telling you, like back when I was younger, girl, rebel. Like, you know what I mean? Not rebel, like ditching school and like, well, I only did school a few times, like I mentioned, not like a handful of times. Not like I only did school like 4 times in my whole life out of all the 4 years. But anyway, I was like, can you take me to see him? And then he's like, okay. And he's like, what do you want me to tell your mom? I'm like, that we're at the movies. Like, you do your own thing. And girl, he would do it. Like, he's like, okay. Like, all right, cool. He was like a year or 2 older than me, but I was already a junior. And he had graduated early from high school. So he was just at home, like being like a kid, I guess, but at home, you know? But he was my neighbor. So as soon as the school was over, I would go over, hey, Sunny, like this and this happened today, or this and that, you know, like what do you think? So anyway, yeah, I would hang out with Sunny. Sunny would take me over to see my bird. My birdie and I would hang out like outside his house at night. It was like the evening time, like 7, 8. We would hang out outside his house and we would go on walks. And that's when I felt like we were in the most romantic phase of our life, because my birdie's always been very spiritual, like I'm telling you, like in a sense where the music he would hear was, you know, very like, like very like, you know, like Led Zeppelin, like No Quarter kind of stuff, like very like sensual. And then we would talk like, I really love you, I care about you, like you make me feel good, underneath like this the moonlight and those hot, you know, hot nights, because it was like April, May, June. It was like April, May, June, like right now, like in these times, like hot summer nights. The moon is so bright, it lights up the street, it lights up the way. You know, we would like skin to skin, hand to hand, you know, leg to leg, you know, sitting on the curb. And it's like those like high school romantic times where you're just like really just like fully immersing yourself in love. And that's how I felt. Like I loved him, and the way he made me feel just so good, and the way he made me feel so sure of myself, and all those things, you know. So we got to have like those intimate times together, and we had a lot of those. Like my mom would always think I was with Sunny, and Sunny would drop me right off. And we would just hang out and talk, and we wouldn't really do anything because he came from humble beginnings. Like I knew I didn't have money, he didn't have money, so we didn't go out. It was just spending time together outside, hearing, you know, the traffic or the nature or the moonlight, and just like laying down and looking at the stars together. And it was like that for a while. And then one day when my mom had told me like, hey, so your stepdad got military orders to move to Florida, I was like, no, like we're moving? She's like, yep, we're moving. And so I had to tell him. Girl, drink your water. I almost drowned over here. I had to tell my bird. I'm like, bird, my mom and my stepdad, they're moving us to Florida. He's like, when are you leaving? I said, in August. And he's like, I don't want to break up. He's like, I love you so much. Like, whatever it is that was happening here, I don't want it to end. I said, I don't want it to end either. He's like, can we not end? He's like, I still want to try. Like, I still want to communicate with you. I don't want to lose you. And same thing. And we were discussing this in person on one of those nights, one of those summer nights out, you know, in the moonlight, nice warm summer air hitting us and just embracing each other. He's like, I don't want to leave. I don't want you to leave. And I was like, I know, but where am I going to go? Like, that's my mom. Like, I'm leaving with my mom. Like, I live with her, you know? And so, yeah, so sure enough, I moved to Florida. My mom and my stepdad and my sister, and my little sister is a baby, and Sydney. And my birdie and I, we continued messaging and staying in touch via text. So, girl, we would text every day. As soon as I would wake up, I would call him, and we would be on the phone while I get ready. And as soon as, you know, 9 o'clock hit, because remember, when I said it before, back in the day, girl, after 9 o'clock, we had free minutes. Like, you had free time to talk. Like, texting, you could text all day. But to be on the phone, you had to wait till after 9, where it was free, girl. So, shoot, I would wait until after 9, and it was 7 p.m. here in El Paso time. And we would just stay on the phone all night, talking about our days. You know what I mean? And for holidays, we would send each other gifts. We would send each other cards. We would write letters. Girl, we would write letters. Like, I used to have a notebook. It's like a scrapbook, actually, of all our letters that we've ever written to each other. We would send each other stickers, drawings, and we just stayed in touch on the phone. So it's possible. Like, all my friends and all my besties who do long distance, like, girl, I don't know how to do it, and I don't know. Girl, if you want to try to do it, it's totally possible. But anyway, so I was in Florida. I didn't have, you know, many friends until like the end of the year, when I, you know, hung out with a few group of friends that accepted me and took me in for like the senior stuff, like senior breakfast, you know, senior day out, senior this, senior that. I was in Florida. I was a new person in a new state, in a new city. Did I do down here? I don't remember. And on my cheeks, I don't remember doing it, so I'm gonna do it. Yeah, so I always told my mom, though, I'm like, Mom, once I turn 18, I'm going back to El Paso. Like, I know, you know, you want me to stay here and go with you guys, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it, girl. And we would fight a lot, and she would tell me, like, what's up with you and this guy? Like, why can't you let him go? She's like, we're in a new place. Like, just let him go. Like, there's other fish in the sea, you know? So the poll came up. What do you do for yourself? Let's see, 51, which is a whopping winner. Makeup is my therapy. Nobody put journaling. 37% put self-care, and 10% put connecting with nature. I love it, girl. It's almost prayer time. Excuse me, apologies, I burped. Let me get my bird. Well, let me do this and then I get my bird. So we did the long distance thing, girl. And just know that my birdie lived kind of far from a post office. So he would skate his way with his box. His little box with all the goodies that he wanted to send me. And I still have, I'm telling you, one day we're going to bust out the memory box and I can show you everything. But I have it, you know. Anyway, so his boxes he would send me. And his long letters and his cards, he would skate his way to the post office. So just imagine this guy carrying like a box while he's skating to get me my thing. And that for me meant so much. Like the effort that he and me also put in to nurture each other's relationship, not physically in a physical way, but in a spiritual, emotional reassurance way, by using the power of our voices to keep us connected. From far, girl. Texas and Florida is far. Like at least more than 24 hours. If over here to Georgia, to Beaufort, Georgia, 24 hours, girl. It's far. It took like 4 days to travel in a car to get from here. Well, we'll get into that later, girl. We'll get into that later. But anyway, my mom didn't want me to continue with him. She's like, what's up with you and this guy? Like, why can't you just let him go? She's like, there's plenty of guys. Like, why don't you get with someone from the military? Like, you'll be taken care of and all that stuff. And I was like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to follow your lead. I don't want to marry into the military. She's like, why? You'll get education. Or you join the military, you'll get education. I was like, Mom, I don't want to. I was like, do you imagine me, girly girl, as like a military girl? No, it's not going to happen. Okay, hold on. Let's pray. Let's put a pin in this. Because this is where I live in Florida. Birdie lives here. I'm almost about to graduate high school, and it's almost been about a year of separation and us doing long distance. So, remind me where we're at. Let me go get my bird. Okay. Yay! 1 year separation. Yeah. And we were teens, girl. So just imagine. I would ask him, I'm like, are any girls flirting with you at school? He's like, no. And he had moved schools too, because his mom had moved. So he went to a different high school. So he wasn't near the girl that was, his ex. Yeah, we would talk all the time. And so I never felt any doubt. I never felt any, like, that he was putting me to the back burner. Never, ever, ever, ever. Within that year. Yep. My bird. Who? Destiny Noel, I love you. I already sprayed my face, so now I'm just blending out these fine lines and wrinkles. At least for the under eyes. And then getting my little spongy sponge with powder. We're just waiting for my birdie, okay, everybody? I already told him. Okay, to the sides of my nose. Yeah, girl, I'm telling you, like, whoever asked about the story about me and Bird, sheesh, Alera Padilla, you did. I think you did. Girl, you didn't know what you were in for, huh? Just kidding. It's like a story time that never ends, because it's a long story, girl. It's still not over. We're like about halfway. There's a lot more to tell. Betty! Girl, is this the same Betty that had the birthday yesterday, girl? Were you on yesterday? Because I wish you a happy birthday and I didn't see your face, girl. Where is it? Right there. baby.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good. I was telling him our love story.
I'm coming in from... no. 1 second.
Okay.
You telling them our love story?
Yep. I'm at the part where we're in Florida. No. Yeah. I'm telling them the part where I'm in Florida. And we're doing long distance. And I'm about to graduate high school. And my mom's telling me to break up with you. That's where I'm at so far. It's a long story, girl, I'm telling you. I love how...
14 years worth on the story.
14 years worth.
Glorious day to everybody.
Glorious day.
Hope everyone's doing really good this morning. Hope everybody's feeling good. But yes, it's a long love story.
It's a long love story.
It's a continuing love story.
It's a continuing love story. Mm-hmm. My bird, don't make me get emotional. I already powdered up.
Aw, man.
Yeah.
Come in late.
I know. Okay. I don't want to get too emotional.
Yes. Hope everyone's having a great day.
Heard you were rocking long hair. Oh, because we were talking about... Never mind. I'll tell you later because we'll never finish talking. We have to pray already. Yeah, but yeah, I told him that you had your long hair and you had the gauges.
Does it go like this?
Yeah. Remember your hair? My bird had hair. It was all long. It was up to here.
Yeah, I used to rock long hair, wavy hair. Practically looked like Jim Morrison.
Oh my god! I told you I was gonna say that.
I did.
Yeah.
Cornrows.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sean Paul. I have to put pictures.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. Let's get our minds right. Let's get our thoughts, our ducks in a row, our thoughts. Think for a new day, a bright day, new opportunities. We're gathered today, we're together. Let's stay connected, get connected in mind and soul and spirit. And have a good intention for our prayer. Connecting to and speaking to our God, our Lord and Savior as well.
Amen, Rudy.
Okay. You're leading us today this morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with the sign of the cross. Name of the Father, name of the Son, name of the Holy Spirit. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Good morning, God. Here we are again. Your little sheep, trying to do what we can. God, I want to thank you for everything that you've done for us so far in our lives. The good things, the bad things, and allowing us to kind of look back and reflect on where we've came from as far as our growth, our struggles that we've overcome. And I ask you, God, that in those moments when we're thinking ugly thoughts, I guess, or when we want to be mean to ourselves, or we want to go back to our old ways, please, God, allow us to fight the temptation of becoming who we used to be and trying to move forward. Allow us, God, to still continue seeking you even when we're struggling, even when our bodies are breaking down, or we have mental health issues, marital issues, when we don't have confidence within ourselves or what we're doing. Allow us to continue seeking you and loving you, and to understand and accept that this is just a phase, and we're going to be okay. We're going to come out of it okay. God, I want to ask that you continue watching over me, my bird, and our relationship. Keep nourishing our love story and continue to let it grow and flourish, and for it to be something that we can continue sharing with the world and giving other besties and other people hope that it's going to be okay. I ask, God, that you watch over my bestie's mental health, with whatever it is that they're struggling with. I ask that you give them patience, and those things that want to push their buttons and push them over the edge, don't allow it to. Continue to allow us to fight for what's right. Like, oh, I'm going to do what's right. I'm going to try to do what's right. I'm going to try to do what's right. Please, God, I want to keep trying doing what's right. So allow us to continue seeking him when we're about to sin, or when we're about to think badly, or damn somebody, or damn ourselves, or hurt ourselves, or cuss somebody out. Allow us to say, please, 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 take this away from me. Take this pain, take this anger that I'm feeling. I ask you, God, that you watch over my friends' marital partners, marital issues. I ask that you watch over their partnership, to nourish their relationship. I ask that they grow closer in faith and closer in each other. I ask that they continue seeking each other as well, and not putting up barriers or putting up walls that are driving a wedge between their relationship. I ask that anything that's driving that wedge, to take it out of their lives, God. Take their egos is driving a wedge out of between a couple. Take it out of the way. Take uncertainty out of the way. Take the problem, take the issue that's driving a wedge between the two people that are meant for each other. Take it out of the way. I ask you, God, work in their lives to remove those obstacles that's driving a wedge between them. God, I want to ask that you watch over my mom and my dad. Allow them to find you, to seek you, and to stop, living their lives their way, and to be a little bit more softer when they're trying to accept you and receive you, to just not be so not hard on you, God. That's what I ask. I ask that you watch over my siblings, my sisters, my brother. I ask that you watch over my best friends. Put a spotlight over every single one of them, God, out of the whole world. I pray for everybody, but the people who need it the most and who are struggling, that mean the most to me, I ask that you just give them that extra little lovies and huggies and the warmth that they need and need to feel as well. I want to pray over some besties. I want to pray for one of our friends, our best besties, Diana, the Farias, and Mr. Robert. We love you. We care about you both. Diana, I care about you so much. I want for you to heal, and I love that your spirit is so high. I want you to know that you're going to overcome this, and you need to continue spreading the love that you do to your family and to your friends and to us. I also want to put a prayer over another bestie, another Diana Granger, Cali girl. I hope you're feeling okay. I hope your kids and your grandkids are feeling good, and I hope that you're continuing to keep your spirit high. And, just being your positive radiant self through any and all circumstances. I want to also pray for our bestie, Vetti. I pray for your relationship. I pray for your soul. I pray for your family. And there's just so many besties I want to pray for as well. But this prayer intention is going out for everyone. All my friends, all the people who need it, all the people who are struggling, all the people who have hurt me along the way, that I have hurt too. I ask for their forgiveness. I'm sorry for the things that I've done in my life that have not made me a good person, but at the same time, I'm very glad and grateful for the things that I've been through to allow me to be the person that I am today. I love you, God. I know you love me. You're working in my life, and I'll continue trusting and believing with all my full faith and my full force of myself and my soul. I know you got me covered. In Jesus' name, I pray this today and every day. Amen. Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
God bless. Amen to the good souls.
Did I really take a long time praying today, or is it just me? I look at the time. I'm like, girl, 7:42. What time did we start? I talk a lot, girl. Apologies.
Yeah.
Apologies.
There's nothing wrong with long prayer.
I know. Good
prayer, long prayer. I feel like it's more impactful of what we say, not just to just talk, but have our words have real meaning like a strong impact, you know.
Yeah, you're right.
Because we could talk for a whole hour and
Say nothing.
say completely nothing,
Yeah.
or you could say some really important points and thoughts and get it done in 5 minutes and get your full intention out.
Yeah.
It's
You're
the way
right.
we speak our words and our full intention on how we talk.
Mm-hmm. Amen, Birdie.
How we communicate.
Amen, Birdie. Yeah, so I was telling my besties our love story, Bird. I was telling them all the details. I was talking about how I will never wear high socks ever.
The what?
The high socks.
Oh, okay.
My bird is all like, awkward. Just kidding. No, but in all seriousness, I want my besties to know that, you know, it takes two to tango. If you really want it, it's totally possible. But I'm just grateful for you know, that my birdie's never given up on me, huh, Birdie?
That's one thing about me. I don't give up easy.
Yeah, he doesn't give up easy. My bird.
I fight and I ride it. I ride it till the wheels fall off. And the wheels have gone flat a couple of times.
Oh.
But I got down and I fixed them.
Fix the wheels. Oh, my birdie.
I patched the wheels. I fixed the wheels. I pumped more air into the wheels.
Mm-hmm, you have. We both
Fix
have.
a flat.
Fix a flat. Oh, put a little patch on it until we can change the wheel out completely, huh, Birdie?
Yes.
Aww. The
Hope
wheel.
the ladies had a great Bible study yesterday.
Yes, we
The
did.
Bible study went well.
We did, Birdie. Do you want to know what we talked about?
I missed it, but the bird girl's gonna fill me all in.
Yeah. I have to post a note still.
I was busy working. Apologies.
Apologies.
But had to do what I had to do.
Yeah. It's okay, Birdie.
Oh look, someone's asking, how do I join Bible study?
How do you join the Bible study? Okay, so to join the Bible study, you have to go to the link tree here on the TikTok page. Once you click on the link tree, it's the very first link that's there. So you click there, it's going to take you over to Zoom. On Zoom, you know, either you download the app or you just get on using your browser. And that's it, girl. It's pretty simple. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Not too hard.
And all the ladies know for everybody to join, to log in, to check it out, to worship together, to learn together, to support each other between you ladies.
Yeah.
I think it's a beautiful thing how these beautiful women get together and have good intentions and spread the word and get to learn together, get to understand each other.
Yeah. Can somebody put a poll very quickly? Should I wear blue eyeshadow or green eyeshadow?
The
Green,
blue or the green.
Which one do you vote on, Brady? Blue or green?
For today's look, I haven't seen you lately where I think today we'll do the greenish.
That's what you want?
I think.
Okay, well. I'll put your answer in the poll.
Because the bird girl, she has all the colors, all the shapes, all the glitters, all the glams.
Yes. The poll is up, baby girl. So if you want green, green, blue, blue, here it is. Yay! So hurry up and answer so I can start with this makeup look in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brady, but we had a good Bible study. It was really nice. I really enjoy it. And some of the besties, you know, their words are very powerful. Like, they have a way with words. Like, shoot, my bestie Diana,
Yeah.
Nefarias, she has a way with words.
Yeah.
Genesis.
What I want to say is that, yeah, well, the ladies have something. Of course, everybody has something to say.
Yeah.
It don't matter your gender, don't matter your age. We've all gone through experiences. You know, there's people who are 30, 40 years old that have been through some things. There's a 15-year-old that has been through ways more than that other person has. Though, with that said, like, it doesn't matter your age. Like, we all have different wisdom. We've all been through different things. We've all been through different, you know, paths, and we all learn from each other. I feel that's what it's all about. Learn from you, learn from me. We'll support each other. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee.
I love you. Thanks for being here with us.
Thank you.
Like you. Bye. My birdie. Girl, should I continue with our love story or should we talk about something else now? But anyway, story time. Havaya. I said it and you answered real quick. Blue. Girl, you have 15 seconds. 14 seconds, 10 seconds. Hurry, girl, hurry. In the meantime, I will fix up this face. Yeah, girl, so should we continue talking about our love story, girl? Because I'm like halfway done. Or should we not? You girls tell me what you want, girl. What you want, girl? Eyeshadow. Green won the poll, yes. All right. 65% of us voted on green. Hey, good morning. Hey, Sissy Pie. Sissy Pie, sweet angel girl. How are you, my sweet friend? For all the new besties asking, Bible study is Wednesdays. Yes, so Bible study is Wednesdays, girl. Bible study is Wednesdays. And yesterday, if any besties are curious, we started at John chapter 6, verse 41. That's where we started on, girl, and we ended up until 69. And this is the part, girl, where Jesus is first telling, you know, his disciples and his followers and so forth. He's telling them what he is. He's like, I'm the bread of life. Anything that you need, you have to get it from me. You know what I mean? As far as like what your struggles are. But he used it he spoke in a way where he said bread and wine. You know, I am the bread, I am the wine. I came down from heaven so you can partake in accepting me by eating my flesh. And he was saying some shocking things right at the time. Everyone was all shocked and shooketh. But now we understand that he's speaking in riddles. He's speaking in spirit. And the whole point of why he's so shocking and graphic is because God wants us to seek out the truth, pursue the truth. You know, he wants us to investigate, to try to understand what it is and not just, you know, like, oh, read the Bible, read his word superficially. You have to read between the lines, you know what I mean? So that's basically what we went over yesterday, and we can get into the details if you want, girl. Sure, we can get into the details. We can do story time, or we can get into Bible study recap. Bible study recap or story time, you decide, baby girl. In the meantime, there's a sticker that I've been collecting, or I've had for like 10 years because I like it so much. I'm going to give it to her. So when I would open up stuff, it wasn't not bought stuff. It was stuff that he had at home. And whenever we would write each other the letters or include a letter in there, he was like, oh, this is the bracelet that I wore when I was a emo teen kid. And it means a lot to me that my brother gave me. And and he sent it to me, so I had it. You know what I mean? So just, I guess, little trinkets, stuff like that. But you don't go live on Fridays. Oh, yeah. Girl, I don't go live on Fridays, girl. I'm going to leave you hanging. Girl, maybe I will go live tomorrow to tell you the rest of the story, girl. I don't know. So should I tell you? It's because the story's not going to end within these next 15 minutes. It's still a lot more to say. How did you meet if he was in Florida? I was in Florida. He was in El Paso, and we met in El Paso. Girl, that means that you haven't been listening from the beginning, but it's okay. Yeah, but it's okay. It's okay. We need to hear more. Yeah, girl. Basically, I guess to recap everything, I spotted him first. Skater boy. That was all about his skateboard, girl. And that intrigued me because he wasn't into girls. He wasn't into, you know, things that other kids were into. He was into something positive. And his passion and his drive for something positive and his skateboard and the way he I get it, all hyped up, that attracted me initially. And then his look, girl. I was like, who's that hot guy? Who's that weirdo over there? You know? I like the way he looks. Like, his face looks like distinctive. Like a snake. Just kidding. Don't tell me I said that. No, but seriously, he does. I'm like, I like your face. Like, even though you look kind of crazy sometimes. My bird. You could totally spot him from like a mile away. Like, I know that guy. Because you could tell he has a funny face. Just kidding. I'm just teasing. Yeah. We'll have to talk about it later, girl. Put a pin in the conversation for sure. What color eyeliner should I put? Like the liquid liner? What liquid liner? Betty! Baby girl! Jasmine! Sweet angel girl, I see your powder puff. Thank you. Presents, Lord. Today I'm not gonna do the Sharpie thing that I usually do. I am gonna do eyeliner though, but what color eyeliner? Don't forget to send us pics, girl. I wonder if I could bust out my memory box just to like see. No, it's no. I have to like keep getting ready. You see? This is why I have to keep up. You blow my nose. I'm trying to settle down my chest. Light purple. Ooh. That's pretty, girl. Like this purple? I also have like a metallic purple. This poor metallic purple, I never use it. Poor thing. It's only been like used like once. Hi, Bestie. Hi, Claudia. Can we put a poll very quickly? Should we do metallic purple or light purple for this green look? You get sidetracked. Oh yeah, girl. Tell me about it. Girl, all the besties would have told you, Carmen, from a long time ago. I call it squirrel. I have a squirrel moment. Squirrel. When I see something shiny in like somewhere else, I'm like, what? I forget what the heck I was talking about. But also, I read your comments as well, so that also, you know, keeps my mind squirreling it the whole time. Brown liner. Brown eyeliner? Can we put a poll? Here, I'll do it. Let me see. Thank you for all the likes and the hearts, guys. Thank you for all the shares. You guys are so sweet. Oops, I flipped my camera. Apologies. Not that way. Right here. Poll. Text poll. Let's see here. Whoa. A text poll. Come on, baby girl. Where's my thing? New poll. Liner. It's gonna be called liner. And we're gonna do metallic. Metálico. It wants to talk. It wants to speak in Spanish, which is fine. It's fine with that. Pastel. Or just plain brown. Brown. You know what I mean, girl. 2 minutes. Start. Okay, girl. So there's a poll up right here. Diana, I love you. I care about you, girl. I'm glad that you're here. We keep growing. Yes, Julie, the Bestie Boo crew is growing so much. And thank you for all the viewers who have been keeping up and watching today's video. I want you to know that your presence is very much appreciated. You guys are amazing. And we have to continue doing what we're doing, girls. Stepping into the light. Stepping into the world. With positivity, with love, with light, with grace. Yesterday was yesterday. Leave it in the past, girl. And today is a new day for us to continue trying to be our better versions of ourselves. You know? Take the time to reflect, self-analyze. You know, how could you improve? How could you, have changed what you said yesterday or whatever had happened yesterday? And at that point, girl, take it as a lesson. Like, okay, today I'm going to try a little harder. Yesterday, I was unsuccessful, girl. But as long as we try in the mornings, that's all that matters, girl. As long as you're putting in the effort in the morning, that's all I care about, girl. Yay, so we have a poll going up, girl. We have 54 seconds to answer the poll. What eyeliner should I wear? Are you 35 ml? What does that mean? She's 31. I'm 31, girl. I'm a 31-year-old woman. My birthday is January 5th, 1993. I was born in 6:33, I think, in the afternoon. 6:33. I'm an afternoon baby. It was a rainy... I'm a Tuesday baby. I was born on a Tuesday. It was a rainy Tuesday that day, girl, from what I hear. What am I doing? Thank you. Yeah, so we have a poll up, baby girl. If you girls want to vote, you only have a couple of seconds left. Pastel or metálico? You look so young. Girls, all a skincare shoot, but thanks for telling me that. Sometimes I look at my under eye designer bags. I'm like, shoot, I look like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove. Okay. Girl, 28% put metallic, 29% put pastel, and 42% put brown, girl. No one wants the pastels. That's okay. Let's do brown, sweet angel, girl. I'm okay with that. Let's do some white on the under eye, though. This is the e.l.f. white under eyeliner. You can shop this on my link tree under eyeliners in the Amazon girly shop. Take out yesterday's ingredients. I don't need this. I don't need these. Where is my brown eyeliner? Where did I end up putting it? Because I forgot to take it yesterday. Remember in my lipstick combo of the day video? I put like a little side note. Apologies! Don't notice my crusty eyes. Where is it? Right here. Yes, we are, Claudia. Brown? Yeah, we're gonna do brown, girl. Bestie, I'll be 30 in October. I want to celebrate with the Bestie Boo crew. Yes, girl, in October. Yes, girl. Shoot, what are we gonna do for your birthday, baby girl? Lagging bad. Oh no, I guess that's a sign, girl. I'm gonna leave now. I'm gonna leave now, baby girl, because I'm leaving brown and metallic. Ooh. I'm gonna leave now, sweet angel girl, but I love you so much. Emily, thank you. You're gorgeous, angel, beautiful girl as well. Okay, don't ever forget that. And that goes for everybody. Purple Ducky, I love you. I'm so happy that you're moving in. Not even lagging, lol. You girls mean so much to me. I say it all the time. I'm never gonna stop saying it. We have to continue being good people to each other. And girl, if you came from a background of roughness, whether it be your family, whether it be you, you know, you're abrasive, or you had to grow up to be like a tough bee, you know what I mean? Just know that whatever it is that you had to be tough about, girl, I hope that now as you get older, you're kind of just like, okay, like putting your guard down and just kind of like mellowing out a little bit and not being so hyped up. It's not worth it. You know, it's not worth being all like, you know, because you're putting your own health as well at risk. Like the coraje, you know, the coraje eats away at us, believe it or not. So just be calm, be smooth, you know, don't be so hyped up, you know, just let it go. If someone wants to talk about you, let it go, girl, let it go. Like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep doing my thing. See ya, you know what I mean? Talk to you later. Talk about me over there. Anyway, I love you, Gabrielle. I love you, Luna girl. I love you, Island girl. Almost to 100,000. Oh yeah, girl. You girls are working your thumbs. I want you to know that I care about you and I love you. And you working the thumbs. You're doing the things, girl. We're moving and we're shaking. And we have to continue recruiting more bestie boos who want good things for each other, want a good solid friendship, you know, no weirdness. At least on my part, there's no weirdness. I try to be as authentic and real and raw as possible, and that's why sometimes I cry on these lives. Sometimes I'm telling you guys like the real cheese mail on everything happening with my life and has happened to me, even the dark stuff, even the stuff that gives like trigger warning, because it's those things that bring us closer. And you know how when we talk about Jesus, you know, Jesus looked for the people who needed a little bit more help than others. So just know that no one's perfect, but we can very well try, girl. Jesus is perfect. Anyway, yes, Elaine, I love you, girl. I hope you girls are doing good. Okay, I'm gonna leave now. This is my bubble. Sayonara, peace out, H-Town. We'll see you when I see you, girl. See you when I see you. So follow on all the socials, girl. It's not getting any bubbles. Those are kind of decent. No, girl, it's not happening. I think we need to pull out the big guns. Pull out the big guns, baby girl. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. There we go. The big guns are here. That's us, girl. That's us flying high with love and joy. I love you so much. I'll talk to you later.